Festivities surrounding the 25th anniversary of the defeat of the Seraphim have been cancelled in light of recent events that have shaken the Coalition.
Unknown forces attacked a UEF colony on
Systems
the planet
check.
Tiresias 2. Increased...
While tensions are high, they are committed to finding peaceful solutions.
External thrust checks
Is this
3 in the green.
alliance? We'll talk to celebrity fitness expert Mort Buckwall. Nose and necks applied directly to the nasal cavity.
Dr. Gustav Bragman, leader of the
Initiating
Cyber
perimeter
Nation.
defense
The
systems.
galaxy
Mark.
continues to mourn the loss of Coalition President...
Thousands of channels of news, all of it bad.
Okay, Maddox, all units are confirmed in position for the exercise.
Roger, let's get this party started.
All units, this is a live fire event, so stay alert and alive. Commence exercise in 3, 2, 1, mark. Engage at will.
Rockheads at 1 o'clock, 2 clicks. Using overcharge. Engage.
Move your bombers into position to target rear artillery.
Roger that. Disengaging safeties. Bombers armed and ready. Commence on my mark.
Break, Maddox. We're detecting an anomaly in their targeting routines. Break off attack. Break off attack.
They're not responding to commands. This is gonna hurt.
Dom, when are you coming?
All leave has been canceled.
Your son is growing up without his father. Don't you have anything to say about that? Dom?
Dom? ACU 43 respond. Status report.
I'm at 40%. Self-heal enabled. Oh, that was so not cool.
They're making another pass. Deploy countermeasures.
Affirmative. Targets cleared hot. Missiles away.
Good shooting, Migraine. This exercise is a wash. Come on home. Analog out.
Wait a second. Get me an encrypted channel.
Not this again. Any unauthorized communication over an encrypted channel is a violation of Coalition Code, Title 18, Section 444.3.
Yeah, I'm as aware of that today as I was last week.
It's your court-martial, man. Not mine.
Encrypted connection established.
Hi, sweetheart. How are my 2 favorite people in the world?
Your son is asleep. He misses his father. I miss his father.
I miss both of you, too.
Dom, you need to come home. I keep hearing that Illuminate are being rounded up in other parts of the system.
Those are just rumors.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Don't worry about it.
I don't know.
What did you and George do yesterday?
We started work on a school project. You should see it. He's doing amazing work. The other day he was...
Welcome back, Migraine.
So why am I here?
Something big's going down. Patrols have been increased all over the planet. Colonel Rogers has been in a lot of closed-door meetings here at Command. The comm array is considered a prime target, so you need to get some additional defenses online.
Wonderful.
Strategic launch detected.
Incoming!
Enemy units detected.
You got multiple bogies inbound.
We have hostiles inside the facility.
Engage at will.
The Cyberns are tearing through the facility.
You got reinforcements on the way.
What about air support?
Command is withholding air until they can fully assess your status.
My status is that I need air support.
I'll forward your request to Command.
The Cybern army is history, and what's left of the facility is secure.
Good job. What's the status of the array?
It's toast.
That's what I was afraid of. Altair 2 is cut off from the rest of the system. I'll notify Command. This may only be the start. Rogers has placed all of the Cybern officers here at Command under arrest. Command thinks we need more powerful toys to deal with whatever Brackman's dreamed up, so they've called in the lab coats.
These are hardly toys, Sergeant. Good day, Commander Maddox. I'm Dr. Zoe Snyder, Head of Research and CEO of Quantum Vision Works. You have received new technology options from my company, including the Demolisher mobile artillery. Your ACU has also received plans for our patented field research station. This structure monitors all battlefield data in real time and uses it to speed up the research process.
Your reinforcements have arrived.
Enemy units detected.
What now?
Ah, this is bad. You got approaching Cybran Experimentals, Megalith class. They're not alone. They have a full escort. Send all of your forces at the Megaliths.
One megalith down.
Doing good so far. Stay on the offensive.
Experimentals are down. The other units are falling back. Permission to pursue.
Negative. Do not abandon your post.
Can you get me an encrypted channel?
I'm on it.
Analog. Analog.
Attention all commanders. This is Colonel Rogers. As a result of recent events both here in Altair 2 and elsewhere in the system, I've assumed sole command of all forces on this planet. I'll contact each of you to give you your next assignment. The UEF is back in charge. Listen up. The second target for the Cybran invasion force was the Eridu Strategic Weapons Center. As you can see, it has sustained a significant amount of damage.
It looks like someone threw a nuclear party here. Sir.
You're not that far off. Some Cybran carpet nuked the place, left behind an army that you and Commander Coleman will need to deal with. Coleman has taken over the center's remaining land factories, but has a serious problem with Cybran renegade gunships in his area. While Coleman holds the front lines at his position, get multiple air factories online ASAP and prep some air defenses in case the Cybrans mount a counterattack.
Yes, sir.
This ain't no training exercise, Maddox. This is serious work for real men.
Then what are you doing here?
Oh, you got a long way to go before you prove to me you belong here, Joker.
Keep the chatter down and get to work.
I've got a gunship patrol chewing through my land forces.
Maddox, vector some fighters to Coleman's location ASAP.
Roger that.
Those renegades are dropping like flies.
The skies above
Unit
Charlie are
count
clear.
reached.
Good job, Maddox.
All of the cyber defenses are suppressed.
It's about time.
Now that Charlie is clear, we can enter the next phase of this operation. Coleman has new orders and will be leaving the theater immediately. A transport is en route to his position.
You're on your own now, Maddox. Don't screw it up. Coleman out.
I'm turning over full control of Coleman's base and land forces to you, so you can clean up the rest of this Cybran force. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
The Cybran base is due north from Coleman's base, at Delta position. Your primary targets are the land and air factories. The targets are heavily protected by anti-air to the west and point defenses in the east. This calls for a combined forces assault. Good job. The factories are reduced to rubble and the chipheads are on the run. Look, Maddox, I only picked you for this operation because I thought you were a shade less dumb than the rest of the grunts. But you really impressed me out there.
Thank you, sir. I think...
It was a compliment, son. I got big plans for someone like you. Maddox, we've tracked the Cybran to a remote part of the Weddell Strait. Once you get a base up and running, I'll brief you on the specifics of this operation.
Understood.
Okay, listen up. We've picked up the signatures of some operational mass extractors near your current position. They aren't ours, so we think this Cybran has been using this area to stage his attacks. Use your engineers to take over all of the mass sites and put this guy out of business.
Yes, sir.
Keep building those mass extractors.
I've secured all of the mass deposits.
That will shut down the Cybran's production in this sector. We're detecting more activity in your area.
I'm being hailed. This is Commander Dominic Maddox of the Coalition, of the UEF. Power down your ACU immediately.
Hi, Dominic. My name is William Gage. I am afraid that I will be unable to comply with your order, for I am on a tight schedule and appear to be having problems with my supply of mass.
Maddox, cut off all contact with a chiphead. You are authorized to freely engage the target. Show him no mercy. Those renegade gunships are protecting the mouth of the bay. Clear them out before they take out your entire army.
Understood. Whoa! Colonel, the Cybern has something big in the water.
Our weapons database says it's some kind of experimental submarine. Hit it hard with your own subs.
This experimental is tough.
It's taken a lot of damage. Stay on it.
My glorious Kraken has faded into the abysmal sea. I have done 1,000 dreadful things, as willingly as one would kill a fly, but nothing grieves me heartily indeed that I cannot do 10,000 more. Toodles.
We got megaliths. Lots of them.
Take out those megaliths while we track Gage down.
Megaliths are in pieces.
Good work, Maddox. Now it's time for us to take things up a notch. Coleman is working on the Cybern problem, and now I'm putting together a team to fix things at New Cathedral.
Fix things, sir?
That Illuminant colony is a breeding ground for extremists that are committing terrorist acts against the UEF. Subdue the colony to send a strong message that this behavior will not be tolerated.
Sir, my wife and son are there.
We'll get them out of there, away from those Illuminant.
Sir, my wife is Illuminate.
What? Why didn't we know this? You're relieved of your command. We're recalling your ACU.
I am unable to comply with that order.
What do you think you're doing, son? There's nowhere for you to hide. We will hunt you down.
Encrypted connection established.
Hey, Migraine, you there?
Analog. Good to hear from you, man.
Let's not get all weepy. I'm here to help. I'm holed up in some derelict comm center with a bunch of people who also escaped when Rogers took over.
Okay, so where am I?
You're at the Bulan Industrial Complex, a decommissioned military research facility. Give me a second to get my equipment fully online so I can get you some more info.
I'm being hailed.
Maddox, I have Coleman at your location and in position to intercept. I'm giving you one last chance to surrender your ACU.
You heard the man. I'm taking you in or taking you out. Your call.
That doesn't sound like much of a choice. I'll have to pass.
Coleman, terminate Maddox's command with extreme prejudice.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Wonderful. So what's Coleman doing?
He's trying to take control of one of the production platforms and its factory.
Well, if that idiot can do it, so can we. I'm heading down there.
Get a base up and running while I try to figure out what he's really up to. Alright, here's what I've found out so far. This complex has 3 production platforms, each with an outdated experimental factory. They can only produce units with hard-coded move orders and targeting profiles. They're very stupid, but very dangerous.
Keep it in English, Analog. What can you do for me right now?
I can get your factory working, but it'll take some time. And time's something you're quickly running out of. Coleman's got one of the factories pumping out some kind of fat boy experimentals, and they're headed your way.
I believe the man's expecting a battle.
You focus on those fat boys while I work on your factory.
Commander Maddox, that Neanderthal Rogers failed to sever our encrypted connection, so I have made available to you a number of new advanced technologies.
I don't get it. Why are you helping me?
A strong coalition of allies is better for business.
That's a wonderful outlook.
I'm not running a charity.
One fat boy down.
I've almost got it. Keep on the fat boys. Move your units into position on the platform at Bravo. Clear the area of all enemies, and I'll start the activation sequence. All right, connecting. The experimental factory in your base is online. It's now sending fat boys to Coleman's base and firing on his units.
That should brighten his day.
I'm picking up incoming fat boys from a position in the northwest. We'll call it Charlie.
You got any good news?
How about the experimental factory at your base is online? Its fat boys will search and destroy all the way to Coleman's base. Your first fat boy has been unleashed.
You sure it's on our side?
Trust me.
You think those fat boys are gonna stop me? Well, I got more where that came from. Is that all you got? Someone needs to put you down, dog.
Coleman was a patriot. He was one of the millions who were willing to put their lives on the line to fight people like you. Do you plan on taking them all on?
Only ones that attack New Cathedral.
That won't be the first colony we've attacked, and it won't be the last.
Analog, get me an encrypted connection. I need to talk to my wife. In case it matters, she's Illuminate.
Hey man, I always knew. I'm on it.
Encrypted connection established.
Dom, what's happening?
Everything's going to be okay. Do exactly as I say. I need you to take George and get as far away from New Cathedral as you can. Can you do that for me?
Yes, I can do that. Wait, someone's here.
Encrypted connection lost.
Annika? Annika! I need to get to New Cathedral. What's the name of that base outside the city?
Fort Burke.
Contact someone there and tell them what's coming. Have you been able to reach Annika?
Negative. All communications are down.
Have we done enough to protect the city?
The transports are taking as many people to safety as possible. The UEF forces have arrived.
Commander Lynch, you are about to commit war crimes against a member of the Coalition.
My orders are to subdue this colony and anyone protecting it.
Any decent human being would refuse an order to attack civilians.
Speeches will get you nowhere, son. Lynch, cut him off and hit him hard.
Lynch has started her attack. We have the upper hand here. If she's willing to put her life on the line for someone like Rogers, we should oblige her.
I can reach her.
Fine. Hold her off while the transports evacuate the city.
There are innocent women and children here.
They're terrorists, all of them.
The first batch of evacuees have made it out of the city. Now it's time to be the aggressor.
I still have one more card to play. This is a city full of innocent families. Imagine what you'd feel like if...
I have my orders.
Strategic launch detected.
No! What have you done?
Pull yourself together, Migraine. Lynch has 2 ICBM launch facilities. You take those out, the nukes stop. Maddox, you still with me?
This isn't over.
You think this is over, Hotshot? It's just started.
I'm coming for you next. That was for my wife and son. Rogers was looking for any excuse to start a war. It's what people like him do. It's time to take this battle to his front door. Are you in?
Now let's do it. The command center's ahead. Rogers' office is deep inside, under a few hundred tons of concrete.
This place is a graveyard. Rogers knew there'd be a fight.
Hold on, I'm picking up a UEF ACU.
This is Coalition Commander Greer. Rogers is taking over and I'm surrounded.
I'm here to end this. I'll head to your position so we can pool our resources.
Roger.
Maddox, you got incoming air.
This is gonna get bumpy. Greer, taking heavy fire and need to land short of your position.
I got your back. There's a substation near me, and taking it out will cripple Rogers' energy production. Check this out.
Don't do it!
Oh, man! That explosion just took out half of my army! I need assistance fast!
I'm on my way.
The command center is powered by an enormous Generation 9 reactor that's pumping out way more power than is needed for the base itself. The entire place will go nuclear if it blows.
Want to take me with it?
Probably.
Stay and take on Rogers with me.
I'm not interested in fighting anyone's war! You get here, I give you my army, we go our separate ways.
We have to fight against Rogers and all of the other Cyberns on the planet.
What other Cyberns? There was only one! You got here just in time.
What's the plan?
There is no plan. Like I said before, I give you control of my army, and I get out of here.
You got incoming transports.
There's too many of them! Hunker, Greer! Hunker! Oh, man!
Got any bright ideas?
I have one, but you're not gonna like it.
What do I need to do?
The primary reactor is protected by a shield. You drop it, you expose the core. The only way to disable the shield is to take out the 3 remaining substations.
And then it's over.
Then it's over.
How many more UEF soldiers need to die for your little crusade?
Just one.
What do you think you're doing here?
Relieving you of your command.
So just like that, I'm supposed to hand over the keys to the castle.
Did I give you the impression I was asking?
The first substation is down.
I see what you and that punk Daxel are doing, Maddox. You got bigger stones than I gave you credit for. But what's at stake here is way beyond your pay grade.
I'm picking up an experimental that's moving to your position.
The king is dead.
You're not fit to wear a UEF uniform.
For the first time in my life, I'm thankful for that.
We got Rogers on the run. He's ordering his armies to fall back and defend the reactor. This is working. 2 down, 1 more to go. All 3 substations are down. The shield is disabled and the reactor core is exposed.
Reactor core is ready to blow.
Wait, before you do it. I have someone on the line for you.
Encrypted connection established.
Dom, George and I are safe.
I thought both of you were dead? Oh, is it good to be wrong?
You should be used to it by now.
Well, everyone has a skill. Honey, I'm about to do something very, very stupid.
I have faith in you.
If I fail, they'll come after you.
Then don't fail. Be safe, my love.
Encrypted connection lost.
Colonel Rogers, I'm feeling generous right now, so I'm gonna give you one last chance to walk out of here alive.
The UEF can survive the idiots who want to create coalitions and make treaties with our enemies. But people like you rot the soul of our great faction. I'm ready to die like a soldier, with honor.
Speeches will get you nowhere, Colonel.
Do your worst, son.
you there? Please be there.
I'm here. Or at least most of me is. I have a few things to finish up, and then I'm coming home. Wait a second. What's that? Oh, that can't be good. Honey, I might be a little late.
Jaren, where did you get this ACU? It's looking sweet.
We still have some loyalists within the Illuminate government and military.
We?
Yes, we. Before I die, and considering how my body's been reacting to this new medication, that may be sooner than later.
Stop that. Mom hung in for nearly 2 years after she hit stage 4.
I want to see our society return to the values and principles that Princess Rianne Burke taught when she was still alive. The Royal Guardians were her protectors in those days, and they're the only ones who can lead our people back to the way, and away from the UEF.
That's quite a speech, brother. You should be in politics.
I'm more of a behind-the-scenes guy, the brains to your prom.
They say you were quite the commander yourself back in the day.
I'm pretty sure you could have taken me on the battlefield.
You're right. I totally would have smoked you.
That's my sister.
We're here. What now?
We have to stop an entire cyber navy. I got nothing.
I have an idea.
That won't work. They're too big.
It'll work. Yeah, these guns have quite a kick. Is your little sister ever wrong?
Okay, get the rest of the boats into the Sound.
I'd call that a success. Sure feels good to be blowing things up again.
Yeah, well, get ready to feel even better. I'm picking up approaching Cybran signatures.
They're early.
You realize there's no turning back after this.
Let's do this.
Let's go over this one more time. An unmanned Cybran naval force is passing through the Marcon Delta to deliver a shipment of weapons. Our job is to send it to the bottom of the ocean and make the Cybrans think it's an Illuminate act of aggression to further destabilize the government.
A frame job. Excellent.
The Delta features a natural choke point. The blockade is in place, courtesy of your friendly barge relocation program. When the Cybrans stop to clear the wreckage,
I hit him with everything.
there's been a lot of combat in the area. Recent, too, so anyone passing through is gonna be on alert. Keep an eye out for any working defenses you can capture.
That's cheating.
Consider it a home field advantage.
The Cybrans have reached the blockade.
Get everything you have in the water and hit them hard. This is bad. An experimental Soul Ripper is in the air and it's heading in your direction.
Bring it on. Crash and burn. The Soul Ripper is down. The Cybran Armada is now rusting at the bottom of the Delta. Jaren?
I just heard a report that UEF forces brutally attacked the new cathedral colony on Altair 2. Hundreds of thousands of Illuminate are unaccounted for.
No.
Do you need any more proof that our so-called leaders are unwilling or unable to protect their own people?
How have they responded?
All they've done is condemn the attack.
Typical. A proper response to the savagery of the UEF doesn't involve speeches. They'll pay for this. What do we get to blow up this time?
We're just here to make sure the site is safe, so a ground team can come in and grab whatever's collecting dust in the armory.
They're looking for guns?
No, technology. The Illuminate government was running a top-secret program here off the books. It was shut down months ago, so there shouldn't be a soul in sight.
This is an interesting definition of offline.
Looks like you're coming in hot. Clear the area while I tap into the security system.
And you said we wouldn't be blowing anything up.
I've hooked into their intel network. We now have full visibility of the entire facility.
What other surprises do they have in store for us?
It looks like we got a bunch of inactive factories. Some defenses, some shield structures, some dead units. And we also got...
What's that?
Oops.
What do you mean, oops? I don't like oops.
I set off an alarm. The factories are online and producing units.
Not for long.
More bad news. An experimental assault block has come out of nowhere. It's a new model. I don't have its full specs.
Oh, fantastic. Good job.
Okay, new plan. Be careful around the assault block and take out the factories. The experimental is down.
Once again, evil has been gouged from its shell.
What?
The factories are permanently offline.
I'm almost past all their security measures. Continue clearing out any remaining units. Wait a second. I'm picking up something else.
Oh, it's huge. I may need more guns. We've woken up a Colossus class, experimental, and it looks cranky.
Throw everything you've got at it. I'm past all of the security measures and have full control of the remaining defenses.
I knew there was a reason I kept you around. Yes! The Colossus is down!
The bigger they are, the bigger their explosion. The facility is secure and the ground team is arriving right now. We're hoping to get that teleport technology and the plans for the Colossus.
That's great and all, but I'm not happy about the useless intel we were given for this operation.
Trust me, things will get better before they get worse. Welcome to scenic Merced Island. Population, 350 of the nastiest criminals in the galaxy. This includes a half-dozen Guardian officials who are locked up for speaking out against the Illuminate government. We're going to get them out.
No murderers or worse, right?
No murderers or worse.
The LZ is red hot.
The automated defense system is keeping the prisoners in and people like us out. Capture that security station so I can hook into their security network. I'm in.
Tell me I'm not expected to walk through the front gate.
We need to get your ACU inside those walls, so I can use it to bypass the security locks on the main door to the facility.
Those AC-1000s will shred me.
Yeah, that would be a problem. Okay, there are 2 outposts outside of the complex that are pumping out air patrols. Start with them while I work on bypassing all of this security, so we can do something about the AC-1000s.
The shields were protecting another security station.
Good news. Capture it and do it fast. You got inbound AC-1000s. I'm still working on the security system. Head to the other outpost and see what its shield is protecting.
You should have access to the security system now.
Jackpot. The prison's air units will now target their own defensive structures.
We're cheating again.
Yes, we are. Keep an eye out for more of these security stations. The prison entrance is controlled by 2 control centers. Disable the centers to lower the gate. Once it's open, you can walk right in and load up our brothers into your ACU.
There's a second security security station.
Grab that one too. You got another wave of AC-1000s heading that way. The prison entrance is clear of AC-1000s, for now.
How long do I have?
No idea, but you better act fast.
Work your magic.
Give me a second. The prison's defensive structures will now target the remaining air.
The first center is rubble.
Take out the other one to lower the gate.
The gate is wide open.
Get your ACU in there, fast. The officials are ready for pickup.
I'm in position. The packages are secure.
Good job. I'll reset the security so no one else gets out.
Jaren, these guys look more like thugs than suits.
You gonna be okay?
If one of them is dumb enough to try something, worry about him, not me.
The UEF is doing what it does best. They sent a small force to take over this geothermal energy facility as the first part of an invasion of Sirius 4.
Typical.
If we can stop the attack, the Guardians think it'll increase their popularity with the public.
They're looking for a PR boost? Is saving the planet a secondary benefit?
Of course that's important. Get a base up and running while I plug into the security system to see what we're up against. This isn't good at all. The UEF has a much larger force here than expected. Alpha Base is northeast of your position. Its commander has assembled a massive land force. Bravo Base is due north, and that situation is even worse. Its commander has an enormous air force.
I'm starting to find this planet very uninviting.
I'm gonna let the Guardians know that we need some help, and fast.
The UEF takes what it wants, and it wants control of this planet.
You'll have to go through me to get it.
That won't be a problem.
This situation just went from bad to worse. I'm picking up an incoming Cybern.
What's a chiphead doing out here?
Please excuse me for presuming to speak to you without an introduction. I am William Gage. The Guardians gated me in from Altair 2 to provide assistance on this operation. I will quickly dispose of these approaching forces.
What's going on here?
He's saving our bacon, sister.
Commander Gage, this is Commander Thalia Kale. Thank you for your assistance.
Greetings, Miss Kale. I look forward to this opportunity to work with someone like yourself.
Commander Gage, what were you doing on Altair 2?
I was investigating something the Coalition calls Shiva Prime.
What's that?
It's a secret!
Oh, there's something seriously wrong about working with a Cybern.
If things were right, we'd be locked up in that prison.
Yeah, but this guy seems a bit off.
Princess Burke made alliances with Brackman and the Cyberns in the past. I don't see an issue.
A few of my megaliths should prove sufficient for taking control of the central area of this facility.
I'll keep the pressure on from this side.
Please feel free to contact me if you need additional assistance, or if you just wish to chat.
You've got a massive enemy airstrike inbound from Bravo.
Might I suggest you construct some fighter bombers to handle the gunships in the north?
He's right. They should chew through those gunships.
I guess we're taking orders from Cyberns now, too.
I'm quite saddened to see that my megaliths have been destroyed. Though I have to admit that their explosions were quite spectacular.
Your tenacity is admirable, but the outcome of this battle was determined long ago.
That commander is vulnerable. Strike now!
That was for our father.
Impressive work, Thalia Kale.
Your princess is dead, and the Illuminate will fall.
Send everything you have at Kita.
That was from New Cathedral.
Impressive work, Thalia Kale. Though, I'm surprised you would use New Cathedral as a rallying cry.
What do you mean?
A UEF commander successfully defended the city.
I find this hard to believe.
Believe it! And it gets better! After that, he took out UEF command by setting off a lovely nuclear explosion.
What is this commander's name?
Maddox, I believe.
Dominic Maddox?
You know him?
We went to school together.
Lovely man. Turns out he has an equally lovely Illuminate wife and child.
He's married?
While I'd love to sit here and gossip all day, we have places to go, things to do. Let us continue our adventures. Greetings again, Miss Kale. I have brought you to the Coalition Center of Quantum Science and Technology for a very special task.
Something tells me we're not here for a conference.
You are correct. The Illuminate government is responsible for protecting this glorious and shiny symbol of a better tomorrow. We're here to destroy it.
Yes. Everyone will see our government's weakness.
Please tell me you're not asking me to attack my own people.
I can assure you that the building is empty, and the city is in the process of being evacuated.
So what's your plan?
If it was up to me, I'd just drop a little nuclear gift on their doorstep.
Good thing it isn't up to you.
You're no fun. The landing platforms are heavily defended against an air attack. I can occupy their forces with air, while you construct a sizable land force.
How's a land attack supposed to work?
I have secured the use of an Illuminate experimental space temple just for this purpose. You see, it's a two-way teleporter that can instantly transport your land forces to a destination of your choosing.
Okay, so I got land, you got air.
Excellent!
Jaren, this doesn't feel right.
Have faith, sister. We can trust him.
If you can make the teleporter work, it could be used to get a significant land force into position on the other side of the chasm. While you get your base up and running, I shall distract the Illuminate army with a series of air assaults.
Excellent. That space temple is yours. Mark a target across the chasm and launch a surprise land attack. You're looking at a lot of defenses on those platforms. Hit them fast and hit them hard. We have them on the run.
Yes, they are retreating to the center. I believe that would be our cue to, how do you say it? Put them all down.
My armies are approaching the center.
Take it down.
Yes, you must push ahead.
Yes! The center is down. This is a dagger in the heart of the Illuminate government.
While I have enjoyed watching this little battle play out, I have what I need here.
Strategic launch detected.
You're a monster!
Oh, come now. Was that really monstrous? Now this is monstrous.
Strategic launch detected.
Who's really the monster, Thalia Kale? You stopped a cyber naval force that was on a humanitarian mission. You broke out the Guardians' best commanders from prison, and today you helped me acquire another piece of the Shiva Prime puzzle. Thalia Kale, you will go down in history as the most successful terrorist in Illuminate history. On that note, I must bid you farewell.
Jaren, what have we done?
We have to tell someone.
Who'll believe us? We're all alone. We have to stop the Guardians.
I'm picking up a lot of ACU chatter on open channels. It sounds like you're entering a war zone.
Incoming Commander, identify yourself.
You need to leave this area immediately.
We have a little situation here.
Dom, is that you?
Thalia Kale. Who invited you to this party?
An Illuminate terrorist group wants control of whatever's on the other side of this gate.
Everyone wants this thing, but no one seems to know why.
Kale is a traitor. She can't be trusted.
You need to stand down immediately.
No, we all need to calm down. We're ready to fight each other over this gate, but we should be protecting it, as allies.
Strategic launch detected.
Incoming!
They're launching nukes!
It's not us!
Gage is here.
This is an act of war!
The Cybran Nation will not stand for this sort of unprovoked assault.
Get ready for battle!
Maddox is currently boxed in. We have the UEF to our southeast and Cybran's northwest. We're going to have to go through each of these commanders.
I can hold these guys off.
The UEF commander southeast of our position is the nearest target, so we should start with him.
Dom, can you handle the Cybran and the Illuminate?
I can hold them off for a while.
The UEF commander is out of the picture. Hazelton, you can walk out of here alive. Your choice.
A Cybran never backs down. Forgive me, Dr. Brackett.
The Cybran commander has fallen.
If this is it for me, Thalia.
Now is not the time to get all sentimental.
I hope you find inner peace one day, Thalia Kale.
Eject! Eject!
With those commanders out of the way, the gate is clear. For now.
If this thing is so important, you'd think it'd be better protected.
It was hidden by a stealth field generator.
It's not very stealthy right now.
I may have destroyed its power source.
Wonderful.
Strategic launch detected.
Hooker! Hooker!
If the radiance of 1,000 suns were to burst forth at once into the sky, that would be like the splendor of the Mighty One. For I have become death, the shatterer of worlds, and have come to annihilate everyone. Commanders Maddox and Kale, I bid you good day.
I'm beginning to dislike that guy.
We have to follow him.
And leave the gate unprotected?
Jaren, you still with me? Jaren. Jaren!
Thalia, the Guardians will be here soon. Forget Gage for now. We need to stop them.
Father, Dr. Snyder has finished her analysis of the Shiva Prime data.
Can you summarize her findings?
The technology we discovered earlier is an advanced propulsion system that is well beyond our own capabilities.
I see.
Her current theory is that it allows Shiva to travel great distances in a very short amount of time.
That is most fascinating. However, I have made a breakthrough of my own. I have discovered how Shiva Prime operates. As we know, Shiva Prime is an advanced terraformer, a planetary eco-synthesizer. My current theory, which is supported by Dr. Snyder's findings, is that the eco-synthesizer traveled between systems creating habitable planets.
What makes it more advanced than our terraformers?
Ours work very slowly and only on certain classes of planets. This technology can make any planet in the universe habitable, assuming it has a nearby sun.
I didn't realize the Seraphim had this kind of technology.
Shiva Prime has existed for much, much longer than the Seraphim.
So who or what created the terraformer in the first place?
Chicken egg, my child. Chicken egg. Speaking of which, I heard this interesting story.
Father, I'm picking up another commander.
It would appear you have an unwelcome guest from Altair 2. You should leave, quickly. This is not a good sign, my child. Not a good sign at all.
Who's come through the gate? UEF or Illuminate?
Neither, I'm afraid. It is Commander Gage, a former child of the Cybrid Nation who disconnected himself from the node many years ago.
I will prepare for combat.
No, my child. I must first secure the findings from our research on the planetary eco-synthesizer. I need you to protect the proto-brain complex while I download all of its data. Upon the completion of the download, I will initiate a self-destruct sequence on the site. It is approximately 637 zettabytes of data and will take some time. I may need to free up some space on my server. Oh yes.
Download initiated.
If it isn't Ivan Brackman. I remember when you were a small, gelatinous blob in one of your father's exo-wombs.
Ignore this troubled Cybran, my child.
Your download has completed.
The download has completed. Exit through the gate as quickly as possible while I initiate the self-destruct sequence on the base.
Father, I should stay and fight.
Trust me, my child. Your time will come. Now is not that time. We will return shortly with additional forces.
I have ample mass deposits.
Ivan, enough of this talk. You're not ready.
As you wish, Father. The gate is charging.
I have initiated the self-destruct sequence of the base, and will destroy the gate after you have passed through it, so Commander Gage will be unable to follow.
What next, Father?
I have received a distress call from Dr. Snyder. We must make our way to her facility. It will take a few jumps to get there.
I have arrived on the gate world. However, I am picking up some strange readings in the area.
I do not recall these strange structures from my previous stopovers on this planet. Someone or something has been doing some remodeling. When I first discovered this planet some decades ago, I had one of my associates construct a small base. I did not, however, instruct him to build any type of research facility. Yet my readings indicate that the primary structure in this area includes a server and an enormous data center. I would very much like to capture its server core.
Don't we have more pressing matters to attend to?
My boy, do you not possess your father's sense of curiosity? His desire to peer into the unknown?
Father, my concerns...
Ivan, Shiva Prime will not disappear. Heaven knows the wayward Cybran Gage will be unable to glean anything from it beyond acknowledging that it is quite shiny. Let us explore. Fascinating. The engineers are capturing your army. This kind of defiant behavior is quite unusual for Cybran technology.
These engineers are continuing to capture my forces.
You should consider using air units to escort your ground forces.
Father, what is the story with Commander Gage?
He was a proto-cybran like you, a proto-proto, if you will, whose parents volunteered him for the project. The initial changes I made to the Cybran symbiont program, his DNA, and to the alien Seraphim DNA produced a less than desirable result.
You tested on humans?
My child, without my quantum AI and the advanced computational power it provided, I can no longer run simulations like I could in the past. Use your ACU or an engineer to capture the server core.
I have successfully retrieved the server core.
I greatly look forward to debugging its code in order to see what made the engineer's software go awry. In fact, I can't think of anything I'd rather do over the next 67 hours. Let us proceed through the jump gate to Dr. Snyder's facility. Greetings, Dr. Snyder.
It's about time you got here.
We ran into some trouble on the way.
At this moment, I'm less interested in your problems than my own. My facility is under siege and my defenses are proving inadequate.
We will provide assistance.
The Illuminates are falling back.
Thank you for the assistance.
Why is the Illuminate attacking your facility?
These cretins aren't Illuminate. They call themselves the Royal Guardians. They claim to be supporters or protectors of former Illuminate leader Princess Rianne Burke, or other such nonsense. I can't be bothered with the politics.
Why were they here?
They were here for... Oh, this is unacceptable. They hacked into my system and stole my files on Shiva Prime, including my report on its launch sequence.
That is most troubling.
We have to stop them before they can upload the data.
I agree. Prepare your armies for an assault.
Yes, the Illuminate commander is down.
Ivan, you have become quite skilled in battle.
Thank you, Father. I told you I was ready.
I don't mean to interrupt this touching family moment, but there's a good chance they were able to successfully transmit the report on Shiva.
I agree with Dr. Snyder. We must take action.
Yes, we should immediately travel to the Coalition Command Center on Altair 2.
Wait a minute. An unknown creature is loose in the Illuminate base.
It appears Dr. Snyder was housing some sort of indigenous life form.
It just destroyed a building.
I would like a sample of its DNA for the purposes of study.
It breathes fire.
You may need to subdue the creature before acquiring the sample. Thank you, my child. I shall greatly value this glorious creature's DNA samples.
Can we go to Altair 2 now?
Yes, we can use its gate to return to Seraphim 7 and the eco-synthesizer.
The gate to the eco-synthesizer appears occupied.
Indeed. There are 5 commanders in the area, and 2 appear to be former classmates of yours. A Dominic Maddox and a Thalia Kale. And if the intel I have gathered is correct, both are wanted for treason.
Dominic, Thalia, this is Ivan Brackman.
Why, if it isn't my old roommate. Long time no see. Sure could use your help.
What do you need from me?
The Guardians have been sending waves of armies at us to try to secure the gate. One of them made it through.
So did Gage.
I know all about Commander Gage.
We can't hold them off much longer.
We commander nearest your position drew the short straw and is isolated from his fellow thugs. He's a prime target.
Dom and I can hold off the other commanders for now.
Be careful, Ivan. If my data is accurate, the Guardian ACUs are piloted by common criminals, and we need to get to Seraphim 7 quickly.
Wonderful. Do either of you have any idea why these Guardian commanders are no longer in prison?
I might be responsible for that.
Should we be aware of any other crimes you've committed?
That about covers it. But remind us again how this gate became so accessible to everyone.
Stop it, both of you. Commander Burkett has fallen.
You cannot hide. There's no escaping us. We will take what's rightly ours.
Yes! Commander Larson is down.
Ivan, this uncharacteristic display of emotion is most curious.
Nothing will remain of you and your people but ashes. There are more.
There's no more of you.
Yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
The gate is safe for now. Dominic, you must remain here with Thalia to defend it from any other Guardians.
I have a score to settle with Gage.
You must stay here with Dominic. I can assure you that I will show him no mercy. As for both of your legal issues, my father has been in contact with the UEF and Illuminate governments.
Ooh, see, that's not so good. I have a family I'd like to see again, sometime this decade.
The UEF is aware that Rogers overstepped his authority, so you're looking at an honorable discharge. Thalia's situation is more complicated.
I've accepted my fate. I just want to see my brother one more time.
Very well, my friends. I wish you continued luck. I'm ready to return to Seraphim 7.
I am quite interested to see what Commander Gage has done with the place. It would appear that I have greatly underestimated Commander Gage's ability to get the eco-synthesizer online. I suppose if you press enough buttons, you will inevitably find the correct combination.
Shiva hasn't left the upper atmosphere yet. I can still reach it from the teleporter. Wait, an ACU just teleported down from Shiva.
Ugh, another Cybran. I just got done fighting one of your kind.
Commander Stockwell, I'll guarantee your safe return to Altair 2 if you stand down.
I'm holding this position until the rest of the Guardians get here.
No one's coming.
Then I guess you're gonna have to go through me.
This is quite an unusual situation. This Commander Stockwell has access to both her own units and those which Commander Gage presumably left behind to defend the teleporter.
I don't have time for this. Am I missing something? Or are those destroyers turning into land units?
Commander Gage should not have access to my experimental naval leg technology.
The boats are inbound. Yes, the destroyers are down. So when were you planning on giving me that amphibious technology?
My child, I only make it available to you when I feel you're ready. I am detecting one of my experimental krakens in the water. Be careful, my child. My glorious kraken is at rest.
Do you ever consider the costs of technological improvement?
I am a scientist, my child, not a philosopher.
Oh no.
You continue to impress me with your combat prowess, Ivan.
You taught me everything I know.
Not everything, my boy. You already possess knowledge and skills which I can barely comprehend. Your potential is unlimited.
It's time to face Commander Gage and take back control of Shiva.
Yes, creatures like Commander Gage or these Guardians are unworthy of such a device.
And we are?
We are men of science. We only wish to study and use this device for the betterment of mankind. Enough of this discussion.
Ivan! What a pleasant surprise. Thank you for joining me. As you can see, I just finished a productive meeting with my Guardian friends. I was showing them my terraformer. It's a magnificent piece of machinery, don't you think? I have learned much about it since our last encounter. Let me demonstrate.
What was that?
It would appear Commander Gage has also learned how to operate the eco-synthesizer's propulsion system.
Wonderful. Where are we?
We have traveled all the way to Altair 2. I do not believe this planet is in immediate need of terraforming.
I need to stop Gage before he destroys the planet.
Indeed, but it appears that Commander Gage has done more than merely activate the eco-synthesizer's launch sequence. He has accessed what appears to be an extremely powerful quantum field, which is protecting his ACU and parts of his base.
His field must have a power source.
It appears to be linked to 4 structures, yes.
So if I destroy the structures...
The field may or may not collapse, yes. However, I must warn you against this action, as this may damage the eco-synthesizer.
Are there any other options?
I will need to consult the data.
We're out of time.
The Guardians gave me access to some of their fine experimentals. Dr. Brackman could learn a thing or two from their designs. I find it interesting that I can't even remember committing all of these so-called monstrous acts after a few days.
The first power source is disabled.
I remain disappointed that you have chosen this approach, Ivan, for all of the technology on this eco-synthesizer is precious to me.
I can see what you are doing, and it's only going to make Shiva angry.
The final power source has been destroyed. Yes, the field is shut down and Gage is finally exposed.
I warned you about making Shiva angry, Ivan. The rest of its defenses have come online.
Fascinating. The eco-synthesizer has a number of locations on its surface that are producing some sort of defensive mobile unit. I would very much like to study these units. Please secure one.
That isn't going to happen. They're inbound.
This is the end of the story for you, and the beginning of an even bigger adventure for me.
Gage is down. Gage is down.
Excellent work, Ivan. Very efficient. Oh, yes.
Wait, I'm picking up something.
Never mind that, my child. The eco-synthesizer is under our control. What's left of it, at least.
This is only the first of many battles that will be fought to control Shiva.
Ivan, man will invariably create technology that will lead to its own downfall.
If we can foresee this in advance, don't we have an obligation to stop it?
You can't stop progress, my child.
Which is exactly why no one can be trusted with the power of Shiva.
My boy, your defiance is troubling. You must turn over the eco-synthesizer to me.
No, I can't do that. I'm destroying Shiva.
I am most disappointed with your decision.
Destroying Shiva was the only option.
Very interesting. Your actions illustrate a significant flaw in the proto-brain implant and algorithm. This will require additional research and debugging.
I want to thank you for this opportunity to address the Senate and my fellow members of the Coalition. We have fought each other for millennia, but these conflicts must come to an end. The events of the last few months should serve as a reminder of the fragile state of our alliance. Many of us have traveled down different paths, and some of us have gotten lost along the way. But we need to unite and help our wayward brothers and sisters return to the right path. Let us mourn those who made the ultimate sacrifice, but not forget to celebrate the living. For we are not Cybrans, Illuminate, or UEF. We are families, men and women, old and young, more alike than different. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we are at the dawn of a new age, one of unimaginable potential. I look forward to what happens next for all of us. Thank you.
There are risks. I am well aware of all potential issues with the proto-brain technology.
But you've never done it to yourself.
My child, where is your sense of curiosity? Your desire to peer into the unknown?
Aren't you concerned about...
Commence the proto-brain initialization sequence.
Yes, Dr. Brackman. I won't fail you this time.
This is quite interesting. Commander Gage, are you ready for a new adventure?